Welcome back to the MixNSingle podcast. It's your host, T, aka T. Angela. And I am here today with some very special guests. As you can tell, we've been turned up since before we started recording. But I have my best friends with me. I have Jackie and Stephanie and Tasha.
Can I get a whoop?
Hello.
We are better known as the FourFlats. Hey, so I wanted to have my best friends on today because they have some real knowledge and wisdom about relationships and, you know, how things really are. So I'm going to give them an opportunity to kind of discuss their experiences with relationships and dating. This is hilarious, y'all. I'm so sorry. I wish y'all could see what's happening right now. So we're going to start off by letting them introduce themselves. If you can go around and let them introduce themselves. You can go first, Tasha.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Tasha, the grown-up.
I think she's the oldest.
The oldest of the group.
No, bitch.
I'm the oldest.
Jacqueline Cleveland Edwards, the baby, I think.
No, I don't think so.
No. Stephanie, the more mature and seasoned one.
Oh.
She got salt.
And I am actually the youngest, by the way.
Right.
Jackie.
Oh,
So,
my bad.
And then me.
yes. So, we're going to get started. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is marriage, of course. All of you are married. I am yet single. We'll talk about that a little later. But I want to know from you guys' perspective, what has been most rewarding for you being married in this day and age? What's the most rewarding thing?
For me, I claim my husband as my best friend.
Okay.
I can share secrets.
In addition to us.
Of course.
That's our brother.
You know, we have that pillow talk. No deeper secrets than most.
Okay.
Someone I can turn to, cry with. Just having that in-house best friend.
Okay. What about you,
for
Jackie?
me, one and the same. I think more security for me. People tease me all the time, especially this one over here, Stephanie. Couldn't believe that I got married. I couldn't believe it either. But we
still ain't met him yet.
We're 10 years, you know, ups and downs, but
I met him one time.
we still pushing on through. So one day at a time. Don't mind them, y'all. Don't mind them. One day at a time. No marriage is perfect that I know
of. One day
of.
we'll meet them.
Demetrius.
Done.
Okay.
What was the question?
The question was, what do you find most rewarding about being married?
Not having to deal with these single fools out here. These men out here today.
What's wrong with
But you have married fools.
Crazy. Yeah, we do have married fools, but
yeah.
the single
We're just
ones
gonna go right on
today
in.
Why is it?
come up to you straight and tell you what they want from you, and say
up.
meet them at the car.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's how you met Icy?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
My
but
God.
I wasn't ready.
We're not going.
I wasn't ready.
But you got ready.
I was ready though.
You got
I did
ready.
Get ready.
You got ready.
You did.
And he
That's my mom.
apparently answered all of your list. All of your.
First of all, I took away my list.
She did. She had.
You have to take away your list.
Okay.
If you want to meet your spouse, take away your list. Because my list was
But is your
Up
list
there.
is your list a list of wants or needs?
it was a list
Or both.
of what I thought
You wanted.
I needed.
Oh, okay. You thought you needed.
It was a list of what I thought I needed.
Okay.
I needed someone to make more money than me or the same amount of money as
Okay.
me.
That was on your list.
That was on my list.
Yeah, let's
I
be
needed
real.
somebody
Pretty
who-
teeth was on her list.
Pretty
too.
teeth was on my list.
That was top of the list.
But what if
not
his
really-
teeth is jacked up and he
I
got
wouldn't
money?
talk to you.
I had
That
to
was me.
Oh, and
I had to talk to her.
I
to tell
didn't.
her.
That was on my list.
Okay.
A smoker was not on my list.
Okay.
None of this was on my list, but the man I
Your
have
kiss is on.
was nothing on my list. And he turns out to be the perfect one for me. He's the perfect fit for me in all aspects of what I needed. Because he was a smoker, a drinker, a clubber, and yeah, we're not gonna even go there. Yeah, he wasn't none of my list. He was a thin man, but not thick because mama feed him. And there it is.
I don't know how to work your phone. I'm having a hard time, y'all, teaching them how the podcast situation operates, and so we're having some technical difficulties. So I apologize. But Tasha, so I'm gonna start with you. With you having, I think you were the last of the three to get married, and you experienced the single life later on. What type of advice would you have today? Like, what advice would you give to single women and men, like today? Because my singles group is going to be watching.
For the single women and men today, I say just have fun. Don't expect much out of that person when you first meet them. Go in having fun. Don't think of it as, because we go in, we meet somebody and we be like, ooh, is he marriage material? Can I be with him forever? Can we make babies together? Don't think of it like that. Just think of it as I'm going in and I'm going to have fun. And leave it at that. You know what you expect of that person and they know what to expect of you. At the end of the day, you know what you want. And if you can't handle that, let it go. Men show you who they are in 3 months or so or before that. It's so hard to fake it for a long time.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Just go in having fun. Don't expect y'all to get married in a year. Just go in, have fun
with no expectations.
Without any expectations.
And do you think that women should date multiple men at one time, or do you think they should put their focus on
I think they should.
Men
person? Do it. Absolutely.
So a woman do it because a man do it?
No. I'm saying men date multiple women all the time.
Okay. I think it depends on the person. It depends on the person. Though. Everybody can't do that.
They come off as whores if they do it. But if you dating, that don't mean you having sex with them. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not having sex with them. You just dating to see if they capable of getting your goodies.
But dating one person is a lot. So trying to date multiple, I think it depends on the person.
That's true.
Everybody can juggle multiple situations.
So everybody ain't whole material. Right. At the end of the day.
So as a single woman, you're out looking for that special one to be.
If that's what you're looking for.
If that's what you're looking for.
Just say if you
are. But are you looking?
But just say if you are. You have your expectations and you're saying, I'm just going to, okay, I found him. I feel like I found
By the way,
this
Stephanie
one.
has been married the longest.
I have.
She's been married since the 90s.
You find that one person and you say, okay, this is the person I want to be with. Do you feel in your heart that you should, his expectations should be the same? He shouldn't date anymore, or he should lock it down as well?
Listen, hurricane.
I think each person knows what they can deal with. I can deal with what you maybe can't deal with, or the next person.
Yeah,
I think it's different. I mean, and I'm one of those people that I don't give the advice of, leave your spouse, or because I can tell you what to do, but then I get in the situation and then I'm still there, but I told you to leave. So it's just one of those things. And you know what? I'm grateful they can deal with.
I'm grateful that my friends are not like that. They're not the kind of friends. These friends are not the kind of friends that will tell somebody, you need to leave him. No. You need to do this. You need to do that. And don't you let no man do this. They kind of let you go through it, because we've been there with me for sure. Mm-hmm. They let you go through it, and then you have to figure it out. But they support you with whichever direction you're going in. So for those who don't know, I've been engaged before, and they were very supportive. It was not, even though it was a crazy situation, they were not bashing him or bashing me or telling me, ooh, this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. They just kind of supported me. And so I believe that. I believe that y'all really believe that, each individual is different. So, so a lot of times women are saying, well, if I want to be with somebody, you know, he gonna have to chase me. And we saw that video on Instagram with Stefan Speaks, and it was talking about, you know, he doesn't feel like men should chase women. Go back to it. He doesn't feel like men should chase women. Are not the kind of friends that. And because he feels like, you know, why would you be running away from something or why would you be chasing after something that's running away from you? So we kind of talked about it a little bit, but I want to get y'all's insight on that. Tasha? Y'all have to excuse
I don't think
us.
it's always
This is
about a
funny.
chase though, because why is it that it has to be somebody chasing each other?
What? It depends on the
I
definition
mean,
of chase.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that too. I mean,
I mean, me asking you out or me constantly
pursuing,
texting or
yeah.
that's
Being
better word.
persistent.
Yeah.
Pursuing.
Now
persistent.
you're getting on my dang on nerves.
That's,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But I always feel like a man is supposed to pursue you. You're not supposed to pursue him. At the end of the day, they are hunters.
Right.
If you
True.
following them and you on their back and you calling where you at, they don't want you.
But
at
then,
the end of the day,
but
because
then I'm sorry.
they have to find you. The Bible say that a man that finding a wife.
You gonna speak that
Can we
Bible?
get
You
the
gonna
audio
put that
on?
I'm
real-
just saying.
Okay.
The Bible says that a man finding a wife. So
But
you're not
find-
supposed
What
to
about
be.
you pursuing each other?
But
why is it
wait.
just-
But I don't-
What does finding mean? That means that the woman has to be available.
Well,
And
that's
the woman
true.
has to present herself in such a way that he recognizes her to find her. I feel like she has to be in the right position at the right time.
She has to be ready.
Yes. And I don't think that means hunting her down. At some points in a hunt or a pursuit or a chase, some people get that misconstrued and it becomes off psychotic. And so, you know, I never tell women don't shoot your shot.
Right.
And the reason why I
Right.
tell them too, you know, it's okay to shoot your shot, but a man will let you know, how he feels, but you have to be open.
I
and
mean, but you
willing.
can shoot your shot at the end of the day, all day long. Like you see him from across the room, and
Yeah.
you be like, and he's scared to come to you because most men are scared to approach you
because you
they
hanging
don't
around
know
with 20
you
women.
you with a whole bunch of girls. But if you give them that eye contact and let them know
Yes.
it's cool for you to come on over here,
That's
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
have to be open.
that's that
pursuing. You
open.
got to be
But
open.
is it wrong for the woman to approach the man?
I don't
Well, not
think
that
it's
it's
wrong
wrong,
for
but I
us
mean,
to
is it-
approach. It's all about the approach. Like I see you watch.
But
Yeah.
the
You
thing
watching
about
me.
it is, as
How?
well, the way we were taught, we all taught
Right.
a man is supposed to.
So right.
Approach
Yeah.
you.
Right.
That's how you're taught.
But most
that
men
doesn't
at
make
the
it
end
right.
of the day should know. When I give you eye contact, bruh,
Yeah.
I keep looking at you.
And you looking at me,
And
and
you
I'm looking
looking
at
at
you,
me.
looking at me, looking at you.
Come on over here. Don't expect me to come to you. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, that look, does that make a man know that that you want him to, or that he?
And see, that's
I mean,
what I'm
it
saying,
could
because
be
he may not know
that
that.
look or this look right here.
He might just be like, she just looking at me,
She
and
might-
then you done
yeah.
missed out because
And
you
he
ain't
might
said
be
nothing.
like, I'm looking at you too, but I'm married. I got baggage. I got
And I got
this.
and I'm
And ain't
married
nobody
too,
saying
and
that,
you
y'all
see
just
this.
looking.
Like, you know, but and then
Wait
he
a
probably
minute,
knows that at
where
the
we
end of the day.
going?
I mean, I'm just
Like,
saying.
What
you
you're
know,
looking at, you did look.
you have to
looking
you
at
have
it.
to be cognizant of what you throwing looks at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is-
But you
this is
never
true.
know. It's all a gamble, right?
Everything,
It's all a
Everything
gamble.
is a gamble.
Everything is
yeah.
a gamble.
So, with that, what about guys? What kind of advice would you give guys? We're talking about the women, but men have a hard time, and this is why I'm saying this. In my group, a lot of times men complain about being in the DMs. You know, they women are calling them thirsty, or they calling them possessive or obsessive or whatever. When they're trying to approach women nowadays, it's like, you know, why he talking to me, or you know, this, and then we have all these standards. I want a man that's 6 feet tall. I want a man that's this, not short, and blah blah blah. Knowing that the man that you probably need, and that God has probably, you know,
Sent
destined for
away.
you,
He is
don't
already designed
Nothing
for
like
you.
that.
just
don't
know
look
it.
like what you're
What your
expecting. But
expectations are.
what kind of advice? You know, you guys are married, and I know there's no men in here.
I took all my
Except the producer.
expectations away.
Yeah.
You have to.
My you have to, because you'll be surprised at the man you think that's not for you is
It's
for
for
you.
you.
But you stuck on this 6'7"
handsome
dude
Pretty.
who probably want a dude.
Right,
Who
pretty
probably
beard
guy.
game.
Right.
probably want a
At the end of the
dude.
day, he probably want a dude, and
Right.
you looking for him, and your man that's 5'7" is the one for you. He got the job. He can provide for you.
Yep.
He catered to you.
That's
Yeah,
why I
he
said
might
maybe
be
you shouldn't
fine.
look.
He just loving on
Shouldn't
you,
look.
and you
Let him
worried
find
about he ain't tall enough because you want to wear your heels.
When you look at that list.
And at the end of the day, he don't care about you wearing your heels.
Yeah.
And be
You
taller
don't
than
care about
him.
your nail polish
No,
matching.
because at the end of the day, when you lay down, y'all all the
When-
same size.
All the same size.
Horizontal.
We all the
That
same
is
size
true.
when we lay down.
Not
That is
horizontal.
true.
Is
Thank you.
That is true.
what is
But
it?
yeah,
It's not horizontal. Horizontal is this
it
way.
was hard for me. I was single for like 10 years, like
Yeah.
before I found my husband.
Yeah.
And he was nothing on my list.
Yeah.
And the reason I got with him is because my friend Kia, Annie said, just have fun.
Yeah. Just have
And
a
that
good
was it.
time.
And
No
I just
pressure.
had fun, no pressure. I ain't think nothing of
Right.
it, nothing.
Right.
And now, here I
Yeah.
am.
Right.
with
And we
this little
love
fella.
Icy Black.
Shout out.
Spicy
Shout out
Icy.
to Icy
Spicy
Black.
Icy.
My
Spicy
God, my
Icy
God,
specialties.
my God, baby daddy. Shout out
Hey.
to Icy, yeah, and he's a good dude. Yeah.
And
Icy-
As far as we know.
no, he's a good dude.
He is. He's been a
Claim
good
it.
dude.
As far as we know.
So now I have another question. How do y'all keep things? Corny people call it spicy, but how do y'all keep things? Whatever.
Every new thing
What do
is
you
an
call it?
adventure. Yeah, keep it going.
Spicy
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and-
Keep it going.
Every new thing is an adventure.
Every new thing.
Every
is an-
new thing is an adventure.
Every new thing.
Every new thing is an adventure.
So
If
we're not
we ain't
doing the
try-
same old
Missionary.
same old,
Yeah,
every
no,
time.
you're
No,
not.
of course not.
New thing.
New thing is different. Is it for sex wise or
Yeah,
Anything-
everything.
everything. There's no
okay, So
limit.
you saying traveling,
Right. Traveling?
doing everything.
There's
Everything.
places we haven't been. Like me and Diamond, we've been married 20 something plus years.
20. How many?
He said 20 plus. Hey, I said 2 plus. That means going on. So hey,
Got a lifetime.
it's a lot of things.
Got a
He's
lifetime.
traveled. I haven't been, or together we haven't been to places.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
you know, you
Okay. So
experience
that's how y'all
things.
keep the sparks.
You gotta
going.
keep the sparks going. And you must play games
We know you play.
together.
Yes,
Okay?
we know
This
play.
will
You
be true.
must have an alter ego at the end of the
Oh,
day.
Lord, here she go.
Listen. Bring out the freak in him.
Okay.
Point blank period.
Okay.
Bring out your freak level. Point blank period. Ain't no. Hey, I asked my pastor when it's you and your husband, and he wants this or that in the bedroom.
What they say? The
What
married
you
bed is
two-
under five.
Under five.
What you
Under
two say y'all agree with, as long as you two agree with it,
Yeah.
that's on y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If it ain't bother nobody or hurt nobody,
Let
it's
it
what
go.
y'all want to do in
Right.
y'all bedroom at the end of the day.
Right.
I don't think about what nobody else got to say, because at the end of the day, they not in there. So
And that's
This is
something.
true.
Believe it or not, me and my dad had this conversation.
Help,
A while back.
Jesus.
Yeah, believe it or not, we were talking about how men feel like, or people feel like, men should be able to have their way with their wives because they belong to them. And he was saying, and I was saying, no is no. And
Right.
you
I'm gonna say
can't
wait like what? I mean,
way however whatever he wants to do as your husband, he should be able to do it. Some
No.
people feel that way.
Yeah.
because
And some people don't. Some
Depending
people
on what I feel like for that day.
Yeah.
So
But you
Not.
gotta.
But at the end of the
realize
day,
in the
I wish I
relationship,
would have
yeah.
kept the scripture where it says,
Oh, Lord.
anytime your husband wants you, you are not supposed to say no.
No, you're not
Correct.
Never.
Within reason,
Vice
though.
versa.
correct.
You are never supposed
Whether
to
you're in the
say
mood or not.
no. Whether you're in the mood or not, you give it in. When you want him and he don't want you, he need to give it up. If he wants you and you don't want him, you got to give it up. At the end of the day,
That's a teeter-totter on that
Yeah,
line
that's
right
a
there.
borderline
No,
because there may
it
be a
is.
moment where you're saying no for a reason.
Right. Now you
True.
asking me to lie and
Now
fake.
you asking me to fake, and I'm saying no, or I'm saying no, and you are hell bent on this is me, this is mine. I should be able to have it when I want to, but no, my body belongs to me, not you.
This would be
Well,
correct.
she did say scripture.
Scripture.
She said scripture.
I said scripture.
And it does
Read
say
that
that.
scripture.
We will Google it.
And
Google
I need to
it.
read. And we need to
If
read
I
the
could-
entire content.
We need to bring
of
a
that
pastor in
scripture.
Because what about if
If
you're
I could
angry? Because
Google
I'm
it.
I'm one that gets angry when I
Jamie
get.
almost- stubborn.
That sound, I almost
And,
sound
and,
like
and it probably is, but
Right,
I'm
the
being
thing
honest.
is,
I'm
at
one
the
of
end
those
of
that
the
is
night-
like,
at the end of the night, once you go
Maybe that's
into
what I'm
your
saying.
bedroom, you talk about it, let it go,
yeah.
make love to your spouse.
Well, that's
agree,
different.
agree
and
with
you
that.
don't go to bed angry. At the end of the day, are y'all gonna be going to bed angry every night? Like,
See, that
somebody
sounds-
got
That's
to-
different.
that
That's
sounds-
what
Somebody
you
got
said
to
at
be
first.
grown.
yeah,
got
that
to give in and
that sounds good because I'm
I
a
know
work
it
in progress.
sound
I'm
good.
telling you, it is not. It's
May not
So,
always
I
feel,
mean,
or I may
might
have
not
an
always
illness,
feel like
or
it.
I may have an illness. I may be
And-
battling with some other things.
It-
There
it-
may
Might
be-
be on my beard.
well, some men don't care about that.
Baby, that's a whole nother day.
That's a whole other topic. Red light
Yeah,
special.
ma'am.
I don't.
Hallelujah.
Put that towel down.
hallelujah.
They
During
say
that
get in
time
the
we
tub.
cleanse.
So
Now, come on. now.
listen,
But
some people-
I
going
know
back to
some
Jackie, Jackie, you just stubborn. And you got to get out of that
well,
stubbornness.
I said I'm a work in progress, but I know it's me,
Progress.
and it's because
Okay, y'all asked
Because-
me where the scripture is again. If I remembered it, let me call my sister.
I think
See,
it's
my
because
sister
I let the
Michelle have
anger
the
I
scripture.
let the anger
Oh,
take
Lord,
over.
don't cut
ask
Jackie
Michelle.
out.
Ask
Go
somebody
ahead,
else.
Jackie. Finish.
I let the anger take
I love
It's
over,
fair.
and I'm holding on to what was said. So for
Uh-huh.
me, it's
Mentally.
it's mental. And once I'm mentally gone, I mean, it could take a minute.
So let me ask you, Jackie, if you could change anything about the way you did what you did, because you took forever to get
Come on,
married.
Stephanie,
I
moderate.
So if you could change anything about it, what would you change?
Like
Not
how
speaking
long?
on him, speaking on you. What would you change about bringing to the table for yourself?
Accountability. Come on, Steph.
Probably my attitude for one, and I know me again. I'm one that I
Scorpio.
will.
She's Scorpio, y'all.
It's not so much walk away, but I don't like conflict, and I don't like to deal with
Right.
confrontation. So for me, it's let me just stay single, and then I ain't got to worry about none of it.
But that's a
So,
cop out.
It is.
Yeah,
you-
because
okay,
It
I
is.
think
We've
you
been married
say
I have
you-
never
years,
been
and
married, but I know marriage
I'm
is
still
work.
right now to
Yeah.
this day it's still a struggle because it's I let the anger take over.
But you keep saying you're a work in progress.
Yeah.
How long you gonna keep wearing that construction
I
out?
don't know.
Wait a damn minute.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm
I mean, I'm being honest. I
you
don't know.
are. I mean, you are one of the realest people I know.
Yeah.
You
Being
are.
honest.
You are. So
I
One
think
day-
a lot of
one
people
day
think
she
marriage
will.
is perfect, and
It's
it's
not.
not.
Marriage
It's
is
not.
not perfect.
It's work.
It is
Hard
work.
work.
Yeah.
so when you
Marriage
don't feel
is
like
work.
being bothered, you just
I don't be bothered.
If I don't feel
Tasha,
like
if you
being
don't feel like being
bothered,
bothered.
I'm
I don't
still
be
gonna
bothered.
lift up that thigh.
Oh, Jesus.
At the end of the day,
This girl
that's
on
just
this
how I
slur
feel.
cane.
Baby, how many
It ain't
kids
even
you
about.
got? You
It
got
ain't even about
one
slur
baby.
cane. The thing is,
Hey, Major.
I feel as though
Shout out to Major.
every
Hey,
time
Pastor
your
West.
man
Hey, my pastor.
get it up, you
Southeast
need to put it
Community
down.
Church. Hey, Pastor West.
That's the way I
Hey,
feel.
Pastor.
Biblically, yes, but
Biblically,
speaking from the
Every
human
time your
side
man
of
get it up, you
it's-
need to put it
it's-
down.
it's
You have
easier
no-
said than it's done.
You have no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You have no excuse not to please your man.
Please, your man. I
At the
agree.
end of
And
the
I
day,
agree with
and
that.
if I want you, I'm gonna need you to do that because you know what they
But
say.
when you're angry, but when you
I
angry,
don't
how
give a
can
damn
you?
if I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I'm gonna go get that in, and I'm gonna be mad at you after. You still ain't off the
I'm
hook.
sorry, I can't separate the two yet. I'm
But
sorry.
you still a work in
can't.
progress.
I'm
It's
still a work in progress. I'm still
I
under
can't.
construction.
Still got that construction
Let me tell y'all how
outfit
petty Stephanie is.
I'm-
So,
I'm just
Okay,
I'm being
so-
honest. I'm
because-
serious. It's, I
So
mean,
we
Because
at-
I don't want you to
Yeah,
ever
this-
go out there and say, I don't give it up to you.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
never
Can never
go out
say
there
it.
and say,
and that's true.
I don't
Yeah.
give it
But
up
what
to you.
about
that
the ones that
she
do
don't
give
me
it and do
none,
whatever they want, but he still
And
got a
they
reason
still
to
see
cheat.
that.
and you
Yeah.
still
So what do
cheat?
you say to that?
What do you
The
say then?
motherfucker greedy at the end of the day.
Period.
He's like,
Period. You just greedy
Period.
at the end of the day. Cause I'm gonna make you so tired. I think
You
that
think.
you don't want nothing else. But at the end of the day, who knows?
And you cook.
And I cook and,
And
I clean. And I.
And you put it down.
Oh,
And she put it down.
All right, all right,
Throw
all
them
right,
lips
all
in a
right.
circle.
cook and she clean and, she
she
don't
makes it
smell
put
like
the
onion
chips
ring.
right
Hey.
Listen, Okay, so we got about 5 more minutes left, and here's my final question. So you guys are all married collectively, and I am not. Why do y'all think I'm still single?
Because you spoiled.
But you say that like that's a bad thing, and I don't think it's a bad thing because
you
you can
wanna
turn
be
that
single
question.
right now.
No, you can turn that question around and be like,
Why y'all married?
why we're married?
Right.
Because you could be married and be single all at the same time as well. So
if you married and single, boo,
you can't be
you
married
can't
and
be
single.
both. You
I'm
got to
using
pick a
that-
struggle.
I'm using that in the figurative speech because on
big
paper, on paper
Look
you
at
could be
that.
married. On paper you could be married, but
Oh man,
I think you single for the fact that
she sounds spoiled.
she's spoiled. Your
What
daddy done taught you. Our
Right.
daddies taught us
Yes,
what a man is supposed to be.
yeah,
And they have spoiled us. And then you get to your position in life and you spoil yourself too.
yeah.
So then when you meet a guy and he's there, but you don't really have to ask him for nothing. But when you do and he don't come through,
That's
a
where
big
the problem.
X.
Right.
yeah.
the first time I ask you for something and you don't come through, you got an X on you. Like
Right.
you in jail now. Like I ain't gonna never ask you for nothing else.
Because the
So I
average
don't-
woman
at
looking
the-
for a man that's like her daddy.
Exactly. And I don't want you to be my daddy,
But I want you to be my
I need to
daddy.
know that I can count on you like
Yeah.
my daddy.
You
At
want
the end
you
of the
don't
day.
want him to be your daddy, but
I
you
don't want you to be
him
my daddy,
your
but I want to be able to call you my
Right,
daddy.
like
Because
my
at the
daddy.
end of the day, I can count on you regardless of whatever. And that's the thing.
Y'all
That's why
hear
you
this?
single, because you spoiled.
I'm spoiled.
And then you
Spoiled
spoil
rotten.
yourself. And then when they come with their bullshit, it's like, dude, move around. At the
Angela,
end
kind
of
of
the
like
day-
I was saying though.
but
It's like
Angela-
you know.
But
what you
Angela,
can-
that's not a bad thing.
It's not a
That
bad
wasn't
thing.
not a bad thing.
Y'all don't think it's a bad thing?
It's
No.
not a bad thing at all.
Well, I
don't
appreciate
necessarily
y'all for
think
not
that-
saying I'm mean as hell and that
I don't necessarily think marriage is for everybody.
I don't even think you're
marriage is
mean.
for
It's
everybody.
just-
you.
I don't think you're mean. It's just we don't settle for the bullshit,
Right.
and we see it coming
Right.
from a mile away. At the end of the day,
Right.
you see it coming, and it's like, really, do
Yeah.
But Tasha, with us being married, even with Jackie, we put
They
up with
can
a
say
lot.
even
And
with
we put up with a
It's
lot
like,
in
yeah.
marriage.
what I mean is a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
And it goes back to what I said. Each person knows.
Is
Each
bullshit.
person knows
bullshit.
what
But to
they can
keep
deal with.
the peace and to keep
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
thing
To keep
going,
peace.
we sit up and we
Exactly.
we push a lot of stuff to
And
the
y'all
side.
don't-
Yeah.
Do y'all think I can do that?
No, no,
No, you won't be able
No.
to.
No.
And you might will. It's just about
Who?
it's about who and when you let your guard down and let somebody in, because you're not gonna let nobody in.
Mm.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
hard to
gonna let
get in your
nobody
world.
in. It's hard to get into your world because you
have a wall,
you
a slight
up
wall.
here, like you up here, and it's like hard for you to allow somebody to come in with some bullshit. Like I don't have time. The patience level, your patience level.
Yeah, that's number one. And
Your
everything
patience
is
level.
bullshit to you. It all
Everything
sounds like
bullshit like
bullshit.
It
you.
all sound
All of
Yeah,
it.
all
Actually,
sound
my
like
name
bullshit.
is John. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like
You
That's
got to
it.
sound like
Like,
me. It's just you single, not married.
Yeah, like-
your
Yeah.
thoughts is what I think.
yeah, just
it's like I mean,
come on now.
I see you,
Stop
Shanty.
playing.
You right. She say I'm honest and I don't deal with lame ass.
Yeah,
dudes.
we
And,
not-
and
we
it's
not finna
okay.
play
That's
with
not a
that.
bad thing. If
There's
that
nothing
costs for you
wrong
to be
with it.
single for the rest of your life, guess
I
what?
have dealt with some lame ass dudes, but as you can see,
But you're gonna have to take your list away too. Like I
Oh,
did.
yeah,
You
you
gon-
do
You're gonna
have
have
a
to take
list.
your list away
I do.
because at the end of the day, that list it gets in your way.
No, that list is a fantasy, baby.
It's a
It's a fantasy.
fantasy,
It's a fantasy.
and
and that doesn't
And
mean lower
people-
your standards, but
that don't mean
That
lower
don't
your
mean
But-
lower your
standards.
standards.
I won't
That,
do
that's
that.
not lowering your
Right.
standards. You will
But
never lower your standards.
he might not look like what I think.
Might
Or
not.
he might not
Saying-
have what I think.
No.
But,
But that
keep
don't
it-
mean y'all can't
But
get
to
it
keep
together.
it 100, when I met Icy, he was nothing
Yeah.
like my standard
Yeah,
at all.
That girl complained.
I'm talking nothing.
yeah. She
But that's
was
my nigga
hesitation.
to the
She was doing
end
my
now.
hair
Like
one day, and she was like,
nothing.
"Steph, I don't know."
I don't know.
That's
I
like
know.
Tasha, drop
Yeah.
that damn list and
That's
move
my
forward.
I mean, and he everything on my list that was I wrote down what I wanted in my book.
But you helped him get to that
got
list.
that
But
bright-
together,
he
y'all
got
got
that
to
teeth.
That's the
together.
truth.
Y'all got to that list,
He
right?
was dark, tall, and had white
Yeah.
teeth.
That's
But
that was
together,
good.
y'all got
It
to that
was.
list, right?
Shit.
But Tasha, you have. You
That's
guys
my
have,
nigga.
have built together, and
Mhm.
you know you've been that support for him, and Stephanie for Damon.
Mhm.
Jackie.
I mean, we've all supported our men.
yeah.
We have.
And you got
no
to.
doubt. You have to.
But if you don't, it's gonna be
regardless if
fucked
they accept it or whatever. We done our part.
All right, y'all. So we're at the end of the podcast. I enjoyed having y'all on.
Thank you for having
We
us.
got to do this again.
I know. We're going to have to do a part 2.
And we'll wear different shirts.
Yes, and we'll wear different shirts this time. But I like these.
Everyone, leave your
Look at
thoughts in your
Major. Hey,
comments.
Major. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the
Interested to
comments.
what
Make
y'all
sure you
think.
guys go and
My eyes are open.
subscribe. Make sure you guys go subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We're everywhere. You can hear the podcast on almost every podcast host. iHeartRadio. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, everywhere. So I enjoyed you guys. Thank you guys. I love you all. I needed to have you here because you guys are like the most important group of friends that I have. You guys are my sisters. I keep saying best friends, but y'all know we family.
That's right.
And anybody that's related to her that's commenting right related to you guys that's commenting right now, y'all know I'm auntie or sis. So I love you guys.
Love you too.
Thank y'all for coming, and we out.
Thank y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Good night. FourFlats.